Good morning, guys. I'm going to do the beginning part of the bone broth video that I got that was lost on the SD cards that were they were corrupt, so we lost it. But I posted my very first video of my home tour yesterday, and I realized that I missed the introduction to one of my cats. So I'm going to introduce you to her now, and her name is Mochi, and she was a stray that you can say good morning, Mochi. What is that? But so yeah, she was a stray that was next door on the property that we built. She was left, and so we kind of just adopted her, and we've had her for 3 years or so. So I forgot that I had missed introducing her. So also I wanted to show you guys, during my home tour, I realized that I forgot to show you guys some of my wild grapevine. And I think it's important so that you guys can kind of see what to look for. I have grapevine growing several places on this property, but this is the only one that's producing grapes. This is the first year, actually. So I'm going to flip the camera. And this is wild grapevine. These grapes have quite a bit of seeds in them, but this is the leaves that you would be able to use for keeping your pickles crispy. And then I was also going to show you this thing that my husband built me. It's an easel. It just holds flowers. So I figured we would kind of go over what to do for bone broth. And I do have the second part of the video. It is raining, which we need, but so yeah, I thought we could kind of go over the first steps of bone broth. And I do mine in a crock pot, so I do it very easily. Let me get this. Here we go. So the first part is you're going to get your crock pot out. You're going to throw all your bones in here. So your whole chicken bones, I throw T-bones. I save all the bones from basically all the meat that we eat. You throw it in here. Then you take your bag of veggie scraps, potato peels, carrot peels, all that. I keep mine in my freezer in a Ziploc. I just kind of get started, and I just keep all the scraps from my vegetables. And you just throw that in your crock pot. And then what you're going to do is you're going to cover it with water. And you're going to fill it almost to the top of your crock pot. You're going to put your lid on, and then you're going to put your crock pot on low for 24 hours. After 24 hours, swap it to keep warm for the next at least 24 hours. And then when you're done, you just strain everything out and can up the bone broth. You can add seasonings to it if you want. So if you want like some garlic, because garlic is extremely healthy for you. So you can add garlic, or I don't use fresh garlic, but if you did, you could save your skins, scraps, whatever. And you can put some of that bone broth powder and stuff in there. Whatever you would like to do. And then, yeah, can it. And that's going to be my second video. I do have the canning process of pressure canning, and kind of a really easy way. You have, you're going to have to look up your altitude and what your pressure needs to be at, but I kind of go over for where I'm located, what the pressure needs to be, and it's really easy just to Google your city, your state, and then hit altitude, and it'll tell you. So we are going to finish up bone broth. It's been 2 days. After the first probably like 20 hours, I turned it down to keep warm, and it finished it off on the keep warm and not the low. So now we're going to strain it, and I just use a pot and a strainer. And then you're going to dump this into the strainer. And all your veggies will stay in there. And if you have chickens, whatever, you can go to them. You'd have to take the bones out probably. I just throw all of it in the garbage. Then I'm going to get my pitcher. And we are going to fill up jars. We're going to fill to just below the rim. So right before the rim here, we are going to can in quarts. And with the amount that we made, we should have 4 quarts. I'm going to teach you how to pressure can. Okay, damp rag. Some people use vinegar. You have to clean the rims. Put on your clean lids. Some people reuse them. I don't. We're going to go over to our canner. And put these down in. I'm going to put in about 3 quarts of water into the canner. You do not have to submerge when you're doing pressure canning. Only if you're doing water bath. To turn this on, and we're going to get our lid and make sure it's latched. We're going to heat this up until steam comes out regularly out of here, and we will put our weight on. So now we're going to put our weight on here, and what you're going to do is you're going to build it up to your pounds of pressure according to your elevation. Mine's 15. You'll have to read your instruction guide, and you cannot start. We got to pressure can it for 20 minutes, but we aren't going to start our time until we get up to the pressure. So we need to get up to 15, and you know, if it starts climbing more, you just adjust your heat, and that will raise or lower your pressure. So it's going to start, this is going to start rocking when the pressure builds up, and it's fine. And then we'll start our time for 20 minutes. Then at the end, you shut your heat off, you let this come down, don't pull this out. You let your pressure come down naturally. Then this is your safety lock. This pops up, and then when this drops down, you can, because it's locked right now, that's for safety. So when your pressure comes down naturally, then you can open it, get your cans out. They probably are going to be sealed, but now we wait. It's rising. It's almost at 5 pounds of pressure. Everything is in your instruction manual. You can Google your town and your state. It'll tell you what elevation that you're at, and it'll be easy to figure out from there what your pressure needs to be at. And it's pretty easy. Okay, so we are up to 15 pounds of pressure. Our weight is rocking. So now we can set our timer for 20 minutes. And we're going to maintain 15 pounds of pressure and the rocking noise. And then we shut off our heat and let it release naturally. And that's it. Very simple. Okay, our 20 minutes is up. Now we're just going to shut off the heat and let it decline naturally. We're not touching anything. When the gauge gets down to 0, this will drop down. We can then take our broth out of the canner. So now we're going to open it. And you just take this out and let them cool, and that is it. Like I said, they're pretty much all sealed. These are bubbling, that's normal. And that's how you make bone broth.